Chocolate has been around for thousands of years. I love chocolate and billions of people have been enjoying it. But what you might not know is there's a really big difference between raw cacao and cocoa powder. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the difference of raw cacao versus cocoa powder. Now, if you're looking at these two mason jars of powder here, you probably can't really tell which is cocoa powder and which is raw cacao. They basically look the same, they pretty much smell the same, but they don't have the same health benefits. So let's start off by talking about raw cacao first. So raw cacao is the purest form of chocolate. So this is the powder that's ground down from the bean. It's very rich in fiber. It's a great source of minerals like calcium and magnesium, iron and potassium. It's also a great source of antioxidants, especially resveratrol, which is great for heart health and brain health. People have found, say, when they add this to a smoothie or they make their chocolate bar out of this, that it raises levels of endorphins. So you may have heard that it makes you feel blissful and loving. And studies show that it reduces blood pressure, improves insulin resistance. It's a total superfood. But when you hear about the research associated with all the health benefits of chocolate, they're not talking about your commercial processed chocolate bars. So I've got lots of recipes on my blog, like my chocolate almond butter smoothie, my strawberry almond butter chocolate cups, amazing. So check those out if you're not sure what to use with raw cacao powder. Now let's compare raw cacao to cocoa powder. Now I first off want to start by saying that not all cocoa powder is horrendous. You have to read your labels. Just remember that cocoa powder is different than raw cacao because it's been roasted. And when heat is applied to raw cacao, you're going to lose a lot of the nutritional value. But the bigger problem is really all the commercial candy bars and chocolate products out there that have no nutritional value. Oftentimes they have loads of sugar, genetically modified ingredients like soybean oil and soy lecithin, milk ingredients and milk-derived ingredients, which can be terrible for people with allergies. And also the important thing to remember is that milk proteins actually prevent you from absorbing antioxidants in the gut. So they basically block the absorption, those proteins. So that's another reason to avoid a lot of the processed, commercially prepared chocolate products. So on my website, I have this handy dandy chart that compares raw cacao to cocoa powder, so you can have a read of that. And you might be wondering how much raw cacao can you eat per day, because it is so delicious and it is really energizing. In fact, I prefer using raw cacao instead of drinking coffee because it's such a clean energy. So if you're using like 1 tablespoon in your smoothie per day, that's a perfect amount. However, you have to use your common sense if you are making a raw dessert using raw cacao, because obviously you're going to add some natural sweeteners to take away that bitter taste. Maybe use honey or maple syrup or coconut palm sugar. So if you're adding more stuff into it, then you want to just let common sense be your guide of how much you should actually be eating. So I hope that you guys love this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe below. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below because I love reading them, and I hope you have a joyous day. Bye everyone.